Crypto mining for beginners can be very easy. Often we only need a crypto miner that earns us tokens and a crypto wallet to where we receive our mined tokens. So when we have both, we are pretty much done. But some miners are more expensive, some are more difficult than others, and some wallets are free and some require some extra knowledge. So in this video I'll show the easiest crypto miners that any beginner can start mining with. And at the end I'll show some miner plus wallet examples so you can see what I mean and the process of how to start mining cryptocurrency. Mining Bitcoin is probably what most people think about when they hear about crypto mining, but Bitcoin is mined with expensive ASIC miners that are big and loud and they use a lot of electric power, and so most people won't be able to use these ASIC miners. However, there are other ways to mine Bitcoin that I will show later in this video. As a beginner, I want something cheap, easy to use, and does not use a lot of electric power. And here are some examples of such miners and devices and the token each miner earns. Let's go through some of them. But if there are some miners here you're already interested in, I will leave full review videos for each miner in the video description below. These miners are in my opinion the easiest ones to use and therefore very beginner friendly. We often simply need to just plug them in, and in their settings we can connect them to our wallet, and that's it. And we can pretty much forget about them whilst they keep earning us rewards passively. For some of the miners here you can see that I've written testnet next to them. That means that those devices are relatively new, and new projects launching miners often do so in a testnet stage, the early stage where we users initially earn testnet tokens or simply points that at the later stage will be converted into real mainnet tokens that have a real dollar value. So when we are participating early with projects that are still in their testnet stage, the tokens we earn we are not often able to move, trade or sell in the beginning. But being early is also the best time to be mining, because that is when we are able to get the most amount of tokens when there are few people mining them. So being early usually pays off in the end, but it requires patience. Then all the other miners here that does not have the testnet text beside them are currently earning real tokens that have a dollar value that we can sell to dollars or euro if we want. These miners or the projects behind them have therefore been around for a while, so they have already been through their testnet stage and gone into their mainnet stage, so we are now earning these real tokens that we can sell. But you're probably wondering now how much these miners earn in dollar value. Well, as with everything crypto, the dollar price for a token goes up and it goes down. And so since the dollar value changes all the time, so does the dollar earnings for each miner. Here's roughly how many tokens each miner earns or is rewarded with per day currently, if it's set up in the most optimal way. Then we just need to multiply that token number with the token's dollar value, which we can almost always find on coinmarketcap.com. We just search for the token name, let's say Geode, and it often shows its dollar value here. And with that information, we can then calculate the miner's daily dollar earnings. And this you can then do with all the miners you're interested in whenever you want to see how much they are currently earning when you're watching this video. Okay, so let's go back and look at these miners or devices here. The absolute easiest ones that just take 1 or 2 minutes to set up are the following ones that are still in their testnet stage, where we currently don't even need to get a wallet for them yet. So we have Acrest, where we can just get a free app on our phone and we start mining within a minute. Then there is the star plug, where we just put it into a power outlet and connect the device to an app, and it's done. And the last one is the deep device, where we currently just plug in power and internet. Then we're moving to the second level, where the miners or devices are not as easy, or we can't really forget about them, we need to check in on them from time to time. Here, for example, we have the ASIC miners, which have moving parts, they become hot, so we need to make sure the area is ventilated, there is not too much dust buildup to prevent any fire risks. It's the same thing when we are building a GPU mining rig, which is much more difficult than anything else I mentioned in this video. But also at the same time, it's the tokens we mine with ASIC miners and GPU miners that have overall been the most stable price-wise over longer periods of time. So they are definitely worth looking into if we want to spend more time with crypto mining. There are, however, heaters that are able to mine Bitcoin that we can use in our living room or in an apartment, since it does not make any sound and are very easy to set up. And I will leave a link to that video about this heater in the video description below. So aside from these ASIC miners or GPU mining rigs, we also have the weather measuring devices like WeatherXM, Nubula that we just set up outside, and they measure weather parameters that we get token rewards for. However, we need to check in on these devices from time to time, maybe once a week or once a month to either remove any leaves or branches to have them record data accurately. We also have the driving or mapping devices here that require us to go out and drive, and then we usually need to connect the device to our phone or actively start the device every time we drive to be able to earn with them. So with these devices we can't really forget about them to earn, but they are still super easy to use. So overall, when we have a crypto miner, we need to have a crypto wallet where the tokens we mine will land. But we can't use one single wallet for all kinds of crypto miners, because not all wallets support all crypto blockchain networks. So when we are mining Bitcoin, we need to use a wallet that supports the Bitcoin blockchain. When we're mining Ethereum Classic, we need a wallet that supports the Ethereum Classic blockchain, and so on. And these blockchains we often call networks. Luckily for us, the free software wallet MetaMask works for most of the miners or devices that I have mentioned in this video. For Bitcoin, Caspa or other ASIC miners, GPU miners, we can often find free software wallets for the tokens as well that those miners mine. If we want our mined tokens to go directly to a safe cold wallet, we can use the Tangent wallet that supports pretty much all tokens and blockchain networks. But let's go through the free MetaMask wallet, since we can use that for most miners. This is a browser wallet, a wallet that is up here in our browser, like a Google Chrome or Safari. Of course, we first need to download the MetaMask wallet, which is free, create a new wallet, and store the seed phrase safely on a piece of paper that no one else than you can see, because this is the key to our crypto funds on this wallet. Then we just click up here to open our MetaMask wallet, and that's it. The MetaMask wallet works for most crypto tokens because we can add many different blockchain networks to a MetaMask wallet. As you can see, it says Ethereum up here. That means our MetaMask wallet is currently set to the Ethereum blockchain network, but if we click there, we can add a bunch of other crypto networks, and we can also switch between them. So when we want to make transactions and send tokens on the Arbitrum network, for example, we must have our wallet first set to Arbitrum up here. But how do we know which tokens work on which blockchains? Well, that we can find out on coinmarketcap.com, where we can search for the coin and scroll down a bit and hover here over contracts, and we can see which blockchain networks is supported for this token. Here are some examples of different miners, the token they mine, and the blockchain network the token exists on. Some tokens can exist on several blockchain networks, but it's usually on only one specific network that a miner is mining on, and that specific blockchain network is usually mentioned when we set up a crypto miner. When we want to handle the tokens we have in our MetaMask wallet, let's say we want to swap them or send them to an exchange like Binance where we want to sell them, then we need to have a little bit of tokens for the gas fees, the transaction fee that we MetaMask users need to pay for ourselves. But on almost all blockchain networks except Ethereum, the fees are very cheap. So for example, if we got Geode tokens on the Polygon network, we need like only one Polygon token in our MetaMask wallet on the Polygon network. That will be enough for many transactions. If we, for example, got the ATH token on the Arbitrum network, we only need to have a tiny bit of Ethereum tokens on the Arbitrum network in our MetaMask wallet, and we can make tons of transactions with that. And here I show which tokens are used for transaction fees for some of the most common blockchain networks. So if we want to make transactions, send crypto, or whatever action on a specific blockchain, we need to have a tiny little bit of these tokens in our MetaMask wallet on these specific blockchains to be able to do that. As you can see from this list, Solana is a blockchain network that does not exist on MetaMask. To be able to use crypto tokens that exist on the Solana blockchain, we need to use the Phantom wallet, which works almost exactly the same way as the MetaMask wallet, but for the Solana blockchain. Alright, if this video helped you, consider helping me with a like and a comment on the video.